Thanks for the invitation to this conference today. Today is an exciting moment of life. When I went at the office yesterday, I met a lady who took a vacation at Cuba. This lady, her experience in Cuba was so miserable as she felt, different from her expectation. She said the place is beautiful, but they are poor. She said she saw poverty on the street of Cuba. She said she was broken in heart. And she also said, but the place is beautiful. And she is the one that gave me this message today that I am going to give you guys. Because her experience over there rewrote my mind. It gave me something that I have solved over the past 5-6 years. And this changed my mind long time, and today I do not see that picture of life anymore. I see life differently. Responsibility. Many of us boast on responsibility. Responsibility is important if you understand what responsibility is. Responsibility is not how you pay your bills. Responsibility is not how you take care of your children. Responsibility is not how you go to job to pay bills and pay your mortgage and pay your car and pay the car loan or pay your student debt. Responsibility is not how you support yourself. It's not how you wash and brush your mouth. It's not how you maintain yourself. That's not responsibility. Responsibility is how you extend your hands and serve something bigger than your own self-interest. Responsibility is how much weight you have told on your head to change the world. Responsibility is not how you have compromised your dream and your effort. You have negotiated your effort for a little of nothing. Responsibility is not how much you have neglected your dream and negotiate your effort for a little of nothing. Responsibility is how much you solve something in the world as a contribution towards change. Responsibility is contribution towards something out of your life. And that has to do with your children, and that has to do with the friends you know, and that has to do with your family. So responsibility is how you contribute to something bigger in your life. If responsibility is how you pay bills, how you pay your bills, and how you pay your car loan, and how you pay your student loan debt, if responsibility is in what you think that make you settle down as a settlement, then Jesus Christ was a failure. Then Jesus Christ was irresponsible. If responsibility is about what you pay as a mortgage, if responsibility is about your student loan, if responsibility is about the big cars you take, your car loan, if responsibility is your car loan payment, then Jesus Christ was irresponsible. Responsibility is not how you think of how much support you cater to yourself. Responsibility is how you change the world that Jesus Christ did. He put all, Jesus Christ put all aside to change the world. And that's what makes him responsible over you. Responsibility is not how you think about life. Responsibility is about how you think about the world. That's a contribution you can give. That's responsibility. Responsibility is not the appearance of yourself and family. Responsibility is how you lift your hands and give many hope in your life. Responsibility is how many people depends on you for help. Responsibility is when you are a contributor to something bigger than life based on your dream. Responsibility. When that lady saw that, she was hurt. The reason why she was hurt because her dream creates some emotion in her. That she has something to solve in the world that is bigger than her rent, that is bigger than her children, support of her children, that is bigger than herself. That's what Jesus said. If you must follow me, you must abandon everything in order to begin the journey of life. Many people read the scripture. I have even met people who read the scripture, but they don't have a clear understanding of why Jesus said this. If you must achieve something bigger for the world to be a solution, you must abandon what you have settled life to be. Paying your bills is a settlement of life. Supporting of your children is a settlement of life. Your car loan, you prefer to ride a big car and pay loan on that. It's a settlement of life. Responsibility is not a settlement. Responsibility is a contribution of one's dignity, of one's uniqueness that become a purpose to serve the world. Responsibility is when you declare yourself to be what you were destined to be. Some people say my children is my passion. I have no passion. But today I'm not here to discuss about passion, because passion and purpose is another day that I will pick in my schedule to discuss, because it's very long. It has to do with how I came to understand what passion and purpose is. So it's a long story. So today we are not going to discuss that. Today we are going to discuss just responsibility that we have miscalculated ourselves to be. Responsibility is not what you calculate in your brain, in your memory to be. Responsibility is the contribution you have failed to achieve for the world. Because you have failed to achieve that goal you have in you for the world, you are irresponsible. Regardless of how many bills you pay, regardless of how you support your children, you are a parasite to the world. You depend on surviving to support, rather a contribution to change. Five years ago, when everything broke in life, I became broke. I lost everything. I have to leave from the east of America. I have to leave from Boston. I have to leave from Rhode Island. I have to leave from New York to come back to the west, Arizona. I came back to my mom's house when I lost everything. Somebody might say he's not responsible. That's true. In your view, I came back to my mom. Within the process of being with my mom, I discovered something. And what I discovered is this. I must keep working on my dream as it solves many problems for people. Rather than thinking where I live. Why many people are hurt by life. I believe that I'm a child who has the influence of life to change many lives. So I must keep working on that dream to help many people. And I think about what Jesus said. If you must change the world, you must let something go. You must let settlement of life go in order to change the world. I graduated school in my mom's house. in my stepmom house. I graduated school. I also graduated. My business also became a successful business while I was in my mom's house. It also helped me to connect with my family, with my sisters and brother that I love the best. It connects me with them. Many of you today are impatient with life. That's why you force yourself to feel you are setting record in life. Not me, you are creating a life of settlement. You feel that you are ready to lead. You feel that you prefer settlement to contribution of freedom. You prefer settlement that is stressing, that is giving you stress every day, that is giving you frustration every day. You prefer it. You prefer to survive for settlement rather to be a contributor as a solution. That's why many of you today, you are out. I have a business. I have my dream running. My dream is running. I'm doing my dream. While you have not yet started your dream. Because you prefer paying bills, supporting your children, claiming that your children is your passion. That's the reason why your dream is not yet a dream. I have to come back. I have to take away my plow and come back to my mom's house. When things went different. Now I'm stronger. That's the time you are still struggling. You see, it's life. If you understand what responsibility is about, you will not miscalculate life. When you understand what responsibility is about, you will not miscalculate life. Someone said responsibility. If you define responsibility according to the perspective of society, you will mislead yourself. The more I see thousands of people being changed under my voice, under my association with them, I feel more proud and happy in God than I am being suffrage to survive as a settlement. But I want to tell you something. That's why when I was a kid, I had people who never liked me when I was a kid. But they trusted me when I was a kid. And each time I think about why it happens at the time is because it reminds me of how great I was among them. So they hated me because I was great among them. But they trust me because they saw something bigger than just me that I never knew when I was a kid. And this is what become my responsibility to give the world as a solution. And the question is this: what have become your responsibility that you have created or create to become a solution for the world? A contribution of solution. It is the child support you pay. It is the loan you pay, the car loan. It is your car. It is your mortgage. It is going to job to pay your bills. Some of you prefer paying bills over your dream. You prefer spending money on your bills and going to a party, a club. You prefer going to hang out than to work on your dream. You prefer paying things that are unnecessary to your dream. You prefer going to a party than to work on your dream. You prefer paying bills than to work on your dream that will become a solution to the world. Then you call yourself responsible. You are irresponsible. Until you can challenge something bigger than life, that gives help to people out of your life, which has to do with your children, your family, then you are responsible. I know this sounds different today because you never expect me to say this today because it's so different. But I want to tell you this, that this is what the lady put into my mind. She reminds me of her life 6 years ago. She reminds me when things become broke, when things was lost. She reminds me of why I took the step to come back to my mom's house. She reminds me. It's not that I was irresponsible, but because I saw something that the world needs, and that is my dream, and that is myself, that is my uniqueness, that is my dignity the world needs. For answers, I prefer solving problem for the world than to buy a big house and pay mortgage, and the world is dying. Then I claim to myself I'm serving God, that God has given me a purpose. That's lie. Stop lying on God's name. God do not give purpose to become a soft establishment. God gave you purpose to become a solution to global society. I'm not here to speak on purpose today, but this is someday. Responsibility has been miswriting in our life. That's why we are stuck without achieving our dreams. We pay bills, we pay everything, but we are stuck. We are stuck with unfulfilled dream, with unachieved dream, that have never taken the step to start. So what is your responsibility? I pay bills, but my dream is running. My dream is changing life around the world. It's changing life every day. I do not count myself successful yet, but I count myself a contributor to society and global society. That's life. I discovered it. I figured out when things happened 6 years ago. When everything was lost, I became lost in everything. Confused where to start from. And something reminds me, you have something in you that the world needs. And this is what you should give the world, rather than thinking on how to settle yourself. And this brought me back to my mom's house. And I start to build this dream. I built it. I graduated school. I built love for my family. I restructured myself. And today, that's why my dream is working. And your dream has never started yet. You are responsible, yeah. But I am more responsible than you. Because I have something that is changing the world. Responsibility is not how you prioritize your bills payment over your dream. You prefer to pay your bills than to buy a camera to start your dream. You prefer to pay your bills than to start your dream, than to invest into your dream. That's why you are irresponsible when you neglect something more valuable in your life. The value of life is in what you can accomplish. You should be disappointed in yourself when you call your bills payment as a responsibility. You should be ashamed of yourself when you call your children's support as a responsibility. Support that the government helps you support, or children that the government help you support, is what you call responsibility. I call that settlement. Settlement to keep you stuck. If you are unfulfilled, what can you inspire your children to become? If you are unfulfilled, what can you inspire your children to become? To depend on them, on their dreams, telling yourself that they are your passion, they are your dream? That's lie. Everyone has a separate dream in life. Your children cannot be your dream. Your children is just an example of your repetition. I see many people make this statement, my children is my dream. My children is my dream. Shut up. When you had no children, what was your dream? When there was no children in your life, what was your dream? I know today, this message touched some of you today. I do not say things from an imagination. I say things that I have experienced with hurt in my life. I do not speak out of imagination. I speak out of my emotion. That's why you can feel it from my heart. Because I was hurt by it. I became frustrated by it until I start to build the understanding. A friend of mine told me, let us buy a big house to live. No. Never buy a big house. No. I said, I'm going to start from an apartment. I am going to start from an apartment. Not house. Not mortgage. I will be building the wall. I will be changing the wall from apartment. And this is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing. I will be changing the wall from apartment. So when that lady came, I sent her a text. I texted her on through email. I said that was a good experience. That's why we should use our purpose to be able to leave the world from poverty. And she smiled in her text. And this reminds me of how many of you out there, you prioritize paying bills, living in a big house, and you are frustrated by your dream. And you claim your children to be your passion and your dream. You are a shameless person. You are an irresponsible person if you ever plan that. Whenever you build your dependency of achievement on other people, which is your children, you are irresponsible. Whenever you build your accomplishment on other people that you can influence, that you can impact, you are irresponsible. I don't have much time, but I'm going to say the last word. I'm going to say something very strange that you have never heard today, the last time. Life is not defined by where you are. Life is defined and measured by what you shoot at. And what you shoot at should always be in connection with what you change. Everything in life is written to be you. And you are the solution to that problem. If you don't solve this problem that you see to be your fulfillment, you have left the world into crisis. You have left the war into sorrow. You have left the war into deeper hurt. Whenever I feel that I am feeling the war, I feel that the war is left lonely without answers. Whenever I see the war is being hurt, I feel that I am feeling the war to be lonely. Stop making the war lonely. Whenever you fail to achieve what you saw that hurts you out there that you can solve, you are leaving the war as a lonely war to suffer on its own in what you can solve. You don't have to change the whole world, but your one step in life can change the world. And this is where I come to say, go into life to be a contributor, has an impact that makes you responsible rather than surviving to settle for what you have never achieved yourself to be. Because this is what life is. You must restructure your life to focus on the fulfillment of your life rather than the surviving of settlement for your life. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.